read many articles on the comfort zone, on our comfort zones, and why we need to leave our comfort zones, and why it's critical that you push yourself out of your comfort zone. So today's talk is a little bit of a spin on that. So instead of being fixated on the comfort zone and why we need to leave it, I'm going to be talking about the growth zone and how we can actually enter it. So flipping the script a little bit. So there are countless benefits to being in the growth zone. Number one is self-actualization. If you're familiar with Maslow's hierarchy of needs, essentially most of us want to self-actualize. We want to find out why we're here and pursue that and get to it and just really become the best that we can be. Fulfill our ultimate potential. That is essentially what it's all about. There's a beautiful quote by Abraham Maslow who talks about motivation and self-actualization. And he says, what a man can be, man or woman, what a man can be, he must be. This need we may call self-actualization. So Maslow actually talks about self-actualization as being a need. So something that is really, really, really critical for all of us. And I second that. The second benefit to being in your growth zone is that you start to adopt a growth mindset. So instead of being in the fear zone, instead of being afraid of what can go wrong, instead of being apprehensive, instead of second guessing yourself, when you decide to actually leave the comfort zone behind and then start going forward and pursuing the growth zone, things feel very different. You feel more alive, and that's essentially what the growth mindset is all about. The third benefit of being in your growth zone is resilience. You learn from your mistakes, you take good notes, you find out what the lessons learned were, and then you bounce back. So resilience and being an anti-fragility, as they mentioned in the article, is all about just bouncing back, learning from your mistakes, and just bouncing back quicker. And then the fourth benefit is greater self-efficacy, which is just a fancy way of saying, being more confident, believing in yourself. As you start to be more successful step by step, bit by bit, your confidence increases and starts to reflect your new reality. So you discover self-efficacy, and you have a greater self-efficacy. And the last tip that I want to share in terms of self-efficacy is to be able to do that, you need to have sort of break down your goals into smaller bite-sized pieces to where it seems a lot more manageable and a lot more doable. And before you know it, you're going to find the motivation to actually start pursuing your goals and find self-actualization. All right. Thank you for watching.